Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. This is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans news, as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. Y'all, we are finally here. It's playoff time, man. What you talking about? It is playoff time, wild card weekend, and the Texans, they are about to get it in. I'm telling y'all right now. So, with that being said, man, let's just go ahead and get this out the way because I'm ready to celebrate, good times for whatever, you know what I'm saying? But before that, let's just get down to business. So, Texans will be hosting the Colts for the wild card after winning the AFC South this past Sunday. Now, the thing about this is, last time the Texans hosted the Colts was just a couple weeks ago, and, it wasn't the result that we went for. 24-21 loss. Um, yeah, 24-21 Texans lost to the Colts. Many say that it was, because of Clowney jumped off sides on that final drive. It was a lot more than that, actually. So not going to put that all on Clowney. But for this particular episode, we're going to get into why the Texans are going to actually win this weekend. So with that being said, let me just pull up, the four things that, Texans need to do to get the W. So first things first, stop T.Y. Hilton. Like, stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, last two games, he's torn up the secondary big time. Hell, the last game, forget Clowney, Hilton had over damn near 200 yards receiving on his own. That was what really killed us right there. And so we're going to have to find a way to stop them, whether it's like pushing the cornerbacks a little bit to play a little bit deep off of them, but not too deep or whatever, or just pushing them up on them to like kind of press them a little bit at the line. Whatever it is, the main priority of this game is going to have to be finding ways to stop T.Y. Hilton, even if it's, doing some double coverage at different points in the game. So if the Texans can find a way to stop T.Y. Hilton, man, it should be it shouldn't be a no-brainer on, us getting this game. Second thing Texans need to do, front seven, they got to be the best on the field. Watt, Clowney, McKinney, Merciless, they all gotta that whole defensive line. They all gotta be the best defensive players on that field. If anything, the Texans have to maximize efforts and getting after the quarterback. They can do that. They're one of the top teams as far as like sacks is concerned, but it's going to have to take like a team. It's going to have to take that whole unit to kind of come together and just, get after them and force the turnovers. I think it was in the last game whenever, the last game the Colts played, which was actually this past Sunday against the Titans, whenever they would, get a little bit of pressure on them, Luck didn't look too comfortable in the pocket. Hell, on one of those plays, they broke the line down or the line crumbled, and he ended up throwing an interception. So the front seven is going to have to find. They're going to have to find ways to get that front seven to put pressure on Luck, and just make him force the turnovers, which we can pretty much get. Third thing the Texans need to do, the pass protection. It has to be better. Just really has to be in this particular matchup. They had 12 sacks in both the matchups. 12 sacks in 2 games. 12 sacks in 2 games of any 2-game stretch is bad. But, 12 sacks in 2 games that are like separated from each other, to me, that's kind of worse because it's like, what didn't you learn from the last time that you could have capitalized on or corrected in this particular game? So the protection has to be better. Part of the way that some of the ways they can get the protection better, or one of the ways they can get the protection better, is running the football more. We're supposed to have Deontay Freeman back. I haven't seen no other injury report about that, but he's supposed to be back and healthy, fully healthy this week. Blue will be suiting up for sure. Miller will be suiting up for sure. So, that's 3 dope running backs that we have in the backfield that we can utilize and that we know how to utilize in order to wear down that Colts defense. Because that Colts defense has been picking it up a little bit, but they haven't been, picking it up to where that can be considered like a defensive powerhouse or definitely a defensive threat. So definitely running the football more to wear that defense down is going to help the pass protection. Fourth and final thing the Texans need to do, they need to test that Colts defense. Like I said, they've been playing good like these last few weeks or whatever. A lot of people have been hyping them up, but they need to test them out. They need to see what they're really about. DeAndre Hopkins, his last 3 games, he's hit the century mark. Hell, in the first game against the Colts this year, I think I saw a stat where it was like one of the highest totals for receiving yards against the Colts this year. I think it was like top 3 or so. And so they definitely need to put that secondary to the test because they'll be putting our secondary to the test. But we need to challenge theirs just as much and, just see who can really keep up with that. And another thing on that particular part as far as assessing the defense, Watson, he just has to make the throws. He has to make those big throws. It's going to be his first playoff game, so he might be a little nervous. It is what it is. First year in the postseason, he doesn't know what to expect. But he has veterans around him that'll more than likely calm him down. Guide him on how to just really approach this whole situation, and just kind of settling him back into the Watson that was in the regular season. Settling him into the Watson that led that overcame the 2-touchdown deficit against the Philadelphia Eagles not too long ago, and just made that huge throw to Vincent Smith. Throws like that to Smith is what's going to be needed in this game. They are going to have to go downfield on this Colts team at some point, and ain't even though some point, it's probably going to have to be like multiple times throughout this game, starting in the fourth quarter and starting in the first quarter. I mean, so definitely, Watson cannot be scared to make those throws. He has to take those chances if he sees it. If he even feels like, he can hit that throw or whatever or fit it into a window, then, take that chance. Just the playoffs is all about going big or going home, that little cliche or whatever. But, I mean, that's what is really just all boils down to on who wins these games. So, just to recap, 4 things Texans need to do to win. Stop T.Y. Hilton, which hopefully they can do. The front 7, the defensive line, the linebackers, they just need to, really focus on getting after the quarterback and, just finding ways to having that pass rush, force the turnovers. The third thing they need to do, pass protection has to be better, and they can improve the pass protection, quote unquote, just by running the football more and just, kind of keeping those defenders off bay, or at bay or whatever you call it. Yo, keep the defenders back, pause or whatever. So, yeah, definitely run the football and just, kind of keep the defenders, just slow down that pass rush and whatnot. And fourth and final thing, just test that defense out. Test that Colts defense. Give them a good gut check in that secondary. Make them try to see what they're really about. Hey, this is what Hopkins does. He's a big time player, and he's going to let him make the big time plays that he can, which he will do. Some of these we might have like some younger receivers in there, maybe a little inexperienced or whatnot, but what I'm saying, that's just how the game goes. So definitely give them some touches on the football as well, and just see how we can work that around. They do those 4 things, man. Definitely, they should have a win on tomorrow or whenever you're watching this. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, that's all I got for this week. I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. Holla black.